Hey, how's it going? Hope you're doing well today. Just wanted to make a quick little video about how I color grade my DJI footage. I have a Mavic 2 Pro, it's very similar for every other drone. So let's jump right into it. So I've imported 3 clips here that are just some drone footage of a farm I shot a couple of weeks ago. So this is how I handle it. So I'm gonna not click there. I'm gonna go down to the project settings tab and go to color management. I'm gonna go up to color science here and select DaVinci color managed. I'm gonna turn off color management, color processing mode. I'm gonna put it to wide gamut intermediate. But because I'm on a Mac, I need to go Rec 709A because when you export it, it tends to be a little washed out if you don't. So this is what I set it to. Save, hasn't done anything. But if I go into the clips here and right click and go to input color space, I can select DJI D-Log and see what happens to the footage. Converts it over to Rec 709 right away. So that's an easy way for base conversion. You can do that by going into each clip separately and setting up a node and using color space transform, but I do this. Anyway, so I've got my clips here and that's really all that's going on. So I'm going to go here and open up, I'm going to just create a new timeline. I'm going to just pop these over to the timeline. And so I've got right there, and now I'm gonna go into the color grading tab. So here, there's a couple of things I do by grouping. So I'll group all the drone stuff because I'm gonna color grade them all the same. So I'm gonna shift click all of them, right click, add into new group. I just call it drone. Boom, drone, awesome. I'm going to go up to my nodes tab and I'm going to pick group post clip, and there's going to be a bunch of stuff that I do to all the drone clips at once. So I just make a group post clip it, and that's it. So the first thing I do for my drone footage, if you can see in the footage here, I don't know why, but it has this little curve on the horizon and I find that looks awful. So I go up into effects and I scroll all the way down and I find lens distortion. I drag that onto the first node. Now it looks crazy right now, but if I just go up here to 4, it straightens out the horizon and that looks way better. I'm also going to create a new node. I don't need any more effects. I'm going to add a bit of sharpening with the blur here. So if you pull down on blur, it'll add some sharpening. One other thing, I'll usually bump up the saturation a bit. So I don't know, 70. Adds a little bit of color life back into it. So that's the standard across all my drone shots. From there, I can now click into the clip where I'm going to work on each clip separately. I'm going to just clear this clips thing. I'm going to open up, I'm going to open up the scopes here, and you can see that right here on the bottom, it is just super dark. So I just drag up, the shadows there, so I got some more detail in the shadows. The highlights are kind of blown out, so I pull down the highlights a bit. I'll just work with them, mids, shadows, and I'll pull the highlights down. And I don't know if I want to add a bit more saturation, a bit of contrast up here, maybe a little bit of warmth. And yeah, I'll just work on each clip and watching the scopes here. And that's it really. And then, so this isn't too bad. I'll probably fill around a little bit more with it like the sky. I probably want to bring the highlights in if I can, so I can get some of those clouds in the back there. There's a lot of things you can do to it. So hopefully you found that helpful. Let me know in the comments if you did, or there's other things that you do to it. I'd love to hear from you, and like, I'm always trying to learn what looks best. But that's sort of, in a nutshell, what I do to color grade my drone footage. All right, hope you're doing good. Hope you're going to have a great day. I'll talk to you in a bit. Peace.